Order, order, and welcome to this public session of the Science, Innovation and Technology Select Committee. And this is our fourth Innovation Showcase session, and I'm very pleased to welcome Woolcool to be as our innovators this week. The committee wants to understand how the UK supports innovators and what more can be done. And so to inform our work, each member of the committee takes turn to select an innovator to share their story before our main evidence session. And Alison Gardner is this week's member, so I'm going to ask Alison to introduce today's innovator. Alison.
Thank you. I'm delighted to introduce Woolcool. Today we have Angela Morris, who was the innovator, or the old-fashioned term inventor of the special packaging, and I was particularly interested in this because it's a female innovator and founder, which we should always promote. Also, the solution that Woolcool have developed actually covers a lot of key points with helping the farming sector, helping the manufacturing sector, and also making a big impact on our dealing with climate change. But a key thing, which I won't mention too much about, is that when you have something that is completely innovative, sometimes regulation isn't ready for it. And this is why we need to maybe think about being a little bit flexible and fast-moving on dealing with new innovations. So, Angela and Keith, over to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Angela Morris, and I'm CEO and founder of Woolcool. Thank you for having us both today. Okay, so what is Woolcool? Woolcool creates innovative insulating packaging solutions using natural, sustainable, biodegradable, recyclable and renewable materials. Woolcool is designed and manufactured in the UK using 100% pure sheep's wool. Woolcool is used globally for shipping time, temperature-sensitive products across the globe through the pharmaceutical and food sectors. Woolcool is a second-generation B Corp, accredited family business, and a two-time Queen's Award for Enterprise winner in innovation and sustainable development. We employ 70 local Staffordshire people, which can increase to 100 during peak seasons. The company now has a multi-million-pound turnover in the business-to-business world of insulated packaging. We are an active exporter to Europe, the US, and further afield. So, where did Woolcool come from? As with many innovations, Woolcool was born out of a crisis, the foot and mouth epidemic in 2001, which I'm sure we all remember. In 2001, the National Trust launched their Farming Forward initiative to support farmers who were badly affected and to help them to diversify. Oh, sorry, didn't mean that. In 2002, I was engaged as a packaging consultant to the National Trust, and I was asked if I could design a box that would allow the farmers to send their meat products direct to consumers in their home. It was a little bit of a challenge because they wanted to use completely sustainable materials when doing this, and really nearly, over 20 years ago, there weren't a lot of opportunities to find something that was natural. Okay. Today, our product range consists of insulated pouches and boxes for both food and pharmaceutical. The new innovations for the pharmaceutical industry include our patented Life Guardian 150-hour box, which means that the products will keep to a temperature of between 2 and 8 degrees for 150 hours by using Woolcool, which I don't think any other material that we've trialled can do that. And also our Freight Guardian pallet cover, which is for bulk shipments, which you can see those products on the... Not sure how I can do that to go down, but yes. So I think that's the end of that bit, really.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sorry about that. I'm just can't find the right, we're on to Keith now. But I hope that gives you an overview and you can actually see how Woolcool has developed and why it's developed. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Good morning, everybody, and thanks for inviting us here today. I'd just like to talk a bit about our strategy and some of the challenges that we've faced. Now, despite the historical reliance of the UK economy on wool, Woolcool has been faced with a major challenge to re-establish its credibility. This is mainly due to the indiscriminate use of unsustainable materials, particularly plastic packaging in the form of polystyrene, over the last century. Our strategy, therefore, has included not only the traditional commercial routes to market, but also one of re-education, combined with scientific proof as to the amazing natural properties of wool. Now, we've been collaborating with British universities to actually find this scientific proof, particularly Cambridge, Leeds and Bangor universities. Woolcool also won funding from the government through Innovate UK, enabling the development of our patented Life Guardian and Freight Guardian solutions for the global pharmaceutical sectors, which you've just seen on Angela's slide. And this, together with the strongly emerging external sustainability and environmental drivers, has helped Woolcool on its journey towards greater credibility for natural materials in packaging. What future challenges do we face? Whilst the UK government is actively encouraging and supporting innovation in natural materials on one hand, which we wholeheartedly support, we now face the possibility of wool being discriminated against by the proposed new recycling tax, RAM, an extension of EPR. Now, despite its officially certified compostability, its circularity and carbon footprint, wool may nevertheless fall into the red category, which you can see on the screen here, i.e. it is challenging to recycle, often due to problematic materials or designs. Now, we have all the accreditations for compostability that you could wish to have, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there, EcoVadis, Dinserto, etc. We even carried out an extensive trial in Ireland to assess the compostability of wool in domestic waste collection, and it's proven to be perfectly acceptable to go into the brown bin. So it's a bit of a challenge for us. What would be the potential societal and environmental impacts of us falling into the red category, or wool falling into the red category? Should the intended RAM packaging tax be implemented and wool classified in the red category under other packaging materials, then this may, unintentionally, we believe, render Woolcool insulated packaging products uncompetitive in the packaging sector. Woolcool uses the equivalent of 25% of the total British wool clip. Now, this amounts to approximately 5 million kilos of coarse wool every year. That is a lot of wool. Since inception, approximately 40 million kilos of plastic packaging, particularly EPS, expanded polystyrene, has been saved from landfill by customers switching to Woolcool insulated packaging. We asked just going back a sec, a decline in coarse wool sales would have economic, industrial and environmental consequences for the British wool industry. Farmers, processors and packaging manufacturers would all feel the impact. We asked the UK government to seriously address the potential harm that the intended RAM packaging tax may cause to the future use of sustainable natural materials in favour of those unsustainable oil-based plastic derivatives that the world is trying to reduce.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your presentation. And I think we've all learned something about wool and the challenges that the regulatory environment, the current regulatory environment is providing. Thanks very much for joining us. Order.